Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Topic of discussion, as you all know, one of my favorites, Lil Durk. Free that guy if he's innocent. If he's innocent, obviously it's the case, regardless of if I'm a fan or not. I say that because I don't condone murder. Killing and murder are two different things, two different topics for no whole nother video. That being said, topic of discussion, Lil Durk. So we're gonna go through some paperwork real quick about his lawyers putting in another motion for bond hearing. So let's hear that. Seti Nash with the paperwork, as always. His videos, all he does is read paperwork. I love him for it because I don't have to do it, but kind of makes me want to think maybe I should just do a channel where I just read paperwork. Anyways, that being said, let's read the paperwork, then comment.
United States of America versus Durk Banks. Notification, RE. Application for bail review or reconsideration of order setting conditions of release or detention. Please take notice that the request for hearing on the application for review/reconsideration of order setting conditions of release detention check is approved. This matter is set on calendar for hearing before District Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald, June 2nd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Courtroom 5A. The U.S. PPO officer is ordered to be present at the hearing. An interpreter is not required. Defendant is in custody. Clerk, United States District Court. And then you have this file, May 14, 2025. And then you have that by Rita Sanchez, Deputy Clerk. And then you have right here, notice is electronically made upon transmission of the notice of electronic filing to the following agencies: CC, probation, PSA, and then it says notification application for bail review or reconsideration of order setting conditions of release or detention. There we go, right there. 18 USC 3142.
Okay, so that being said, this is all I am going to say about that. Jordan once said it: you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Why do I say that? Let's go ahead and break this down. I say that because I say that in situations where it might be a physical impossibility. It might defy the laws of physics, logic, and aptitude completely at the same time in dichotomous natures. What I'm saying is, there may be Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance. Yes, there is a chance. Durk, you might be able to get out. That being said, I'm not somebody to sugarcoat anything. I'm also not somebody that holds my nuts on anybody. So when I say this, do not take this personal. Do not think I am coming for him. Lil Durk is not getting out. I promise you. It does not matter how many motions his lawyers put in to try to get a bond. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you want to say we count to infinity? As long as he's giving these lawyers money, which that's all it is. It's a money grab. He's a millionaire. Access to funds, liquid funds, properties. Like, I'm sure he's worth at least 50 mil easy. So it's nothing for the lawyers to be like, hey man, give us another 500,000. We'll go ahead and put this motion in. And I think that's all this is about. It's a money grab. Durk, like I've told you in the past, my guy, focus on what you're trying to focus on in there. Focus on when you're trying to focus on in there, because you're not going to fight this case on the outside. I promise you, as much as you want to, as easier as it is to fight a case from the outside, because one, you're not dealing with the pressures of just being incarcerated. That's right there is, first and foremost, that is the most thing prevalent on anybody's mind whenever they're in a situation like this where they're like, you know what, I'm trying to get bond. I'd rather fight this on the street because it's going to be easier. You're dealing with the pressures of the inside. It's hard to, you can't focus on the outside and focus on the inside while you're inside. If you do, you're going to get eaten alive mentally by yourself or by others. It's just going to happen. I promise you. I promise you. I didn't get these tattoos on the street. Not proud of that. I'm just saying. You're not going to fight this on the street. So, Durk, focus on what you're going to focus on inside. Talk to your lawyers. Stop giving them extra money, because it's not going to happen. That being said, on one of the videos that I said it's kind of looking good for him. Why did I say that? Because Drew Finland, his lawyer, fire lawyer here in Atlanta, got them to throw out the lyrics. That is a huge one. Throwing out the lyrics, boom. He also was doing so well, they had to come up with a second superseding indictment. Why? Because the murder for hire, they knew they were not going to get. There was not funds transferred from one person A to person B, which is Durk, to whoever his minions. No. But they did come back with stalking with resulting in death. I'm not well versed in the legalities of federal law. I'm more aware of the Georgia statutes just because, I grew up here. But I'm assuming that's also a life sentence. Anything in the feds that results in death, or with death, murder in it, it's an elbow. It's a life, L sentence. You're getting a letter for the time that you're getting. You're not getting a number. That being said, his lawyer, fire lawyer, made some wins, but the feds play a dirty game. As you see, everything that they've come with, they've for every action that they've had a reaction. And I'm not saying it's equal or less or greater value to the amount of like so-called wins. It's not equivalent to them because they're fire, but it's good enough to keep him in jail. And with that being said, that is my conclusion. Lil Durk is not getting out of jail. Stop paying your lawyers extra money. Pay them extra money to do more research, or hire other people, or hire experts. Stop trying to get a bond, man. I know it sucks. You've been in there, what, since November? September, something like that, like the fourth quarter of last year. I know that for sure. That being said, guys, what do you think? Is he coming out? Is he not coming out? Why? Do you think he's free? Do you think he's innocent? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's not guilty? Or do you think he's innocent? Because those are two different things. Also, like, comment, subscribe, tap in, all that. Until then, it's the kid with another one. I'll see you guys on the next one.